From the Art of War Streamhouse comes a Skaredcast battle report. Double LVO winner Richard Siegler versus Archon Skari as the Tau and the Drukhari face off in this battle of titans. Let's begin.
The Dark King.
Hello and welcome to the Skaredcast battle report. We're going to be playing the Tau versus the Drukhari. I'm here at the Art of War Streamhouse.
You are indeed.
It's so exciting. Of course, the Art of War, we do coaching, we do teaching, we do making you better at the game.
Yep,
So
for all skill levels.
That's
Try
right.
to help everybody improve. And 10th edition is a brand new game. There's a ton of things to learn about this game. Skari and I are going to learn a ton during this game, I'm sure.
I'm sure. So stay tuned. We're going to be discussing our thought process and what happens in the game. So make sure you check that out. If you want to become an Art of War Room member, make sure you check the link down below and check out the YouTube channel, all that cool stuff. And be your best at the game.
Definitely learn the game, be your best.
That's right.
Thanks so much.
I would say let's dive into the armies and see what we brought to the game. And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari. So I've decided to run a real space raid detachment and trying to really focus on all of the cool bonuses that the real space raid gets in the detachment bonus, which means I'm taking an Archon, a Succubus, and a Homunculus. I'm running a Court of the Archon and 2 squads of 10 Cabalite Warriors. We've got 5 Mandrakes, 10 Witches, 10 Racks, a Beastmaster with Beast Pack, 2 units of 2 Talos, and 2 single Chronos, 2 Raiders, and a Venom, rounding it off by these Shadow Spectres that are going to be standing in for Scourge with Dark Lances. There you have it, 2,000 points on the nose. My enhancements are basically Blood Dancer on the Succubus. I'm doing the Pain Token regeneration on the Homunculus, and that's it. So only 2 enhancements in this list. And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari. So I've decided to run a real space raid detachment and trying to really focus on all of the cool bonuses that the real space raid gets in the detachment bonus, which means I'm taking an Archon, a Succubus, and a Homunculus. I'm running a Court of the Archon and 2 squads of 10 Cabalite Warriors. We've got 5 Mandrakes, 10 Witches, 10 Racks, a Beastmaster with Beast Pack, 2 units of 2 Talos, and 2 single Chronos, 2 Raiders, and a Venom, rounding it off by these Shadow Spectres that are going to be standing in for Scourge with Dark Lances. There you have it, 2,000 points on the nose. My enhancements are basically Blood Dancer on the Succubus. I'm doing the Pain Token regeneration on the Homunculus, and that's it. So only 2 enhancements in this list. And here we have pretty much 2,000 points of Tau. Richard Siegler Tau. This Tau has probably made more people have nightmares on the table than anyone ever.
More Art of War team members as well.
Ooh.
There's a lot of
Well,
people
I
who live
feel
in
honored
fear.
to play the red and white Tau.
Farside Enclaves.
There you go. So what did you bring?
I brought a nice mix, very vehicle heavy here, but starting with the characters, we've got Envoy here, just a really durable kind of unit, and also amazing on sights of power. I found he's a lone operative. On top of that, I've got Shadow Sun, lone operative as well. That's going to be an important keyword for this army. Got a Cold Star commander who joins the 6-man Crisis unit with 1 airburst each and double cyclic ions, so really good volume
We
of
have
fire.
2 with shield generators,
2 with shield gems.
4 with the fullback and shoot gun.
Yep.
And then all of them have 2 shield drones technically. So they get +2 wounds.
Yep, the commander himself has 1 marker light drone and 1 shield drone, and that means that the unit has the marker light keyword in case they guide a different unit.
Nice.
Probably shouldn't come up, but you never know, especially if you kill the unit and the commander's alive, he can then act to help guide a unit. Then to support those guiding actions, I've got 3 stealth suits that have that sweet homing beacon action for rapid ingress. 2 Tetras, 2 Tetras, 2 Tetras, one of the best units in this book, Forge World provides, obviously. Then 5 Vespid, another mission playing unit. We've got a 3-man Crisis unit, all with cyclic and shield generators on this one. And then the commander has the precision of the Patient Hunter, so he's +1 to hit and then battle round 3 onward, +1 to wound with his 12 cyclic shots, so he can just do a lot of damage. I don't even have to attach him to the unit if I don't want to, and have him just come down to somebody's backfield if they don't have screens. But overall, that unit's my like secondary. Still does a good amount of damage, not quite as much as the 6-man.
And they all have shields.
And they all have shields.
Nice.
Yep, besides the commander.
Right. That is a Crutox. We're
And
going to use it
then
as Crutox.
The other thing is I have 2 more Ghost Keels. They're also lone operative, so I have a lot of objective control that can't really be interacted with unless my opponent's on top of me, in which case my crisis units are at full efficiency.
I love it. And that's 3 of those. Of course, 2 of them unpainted. So we're not going to show them in the showcase. But check it out. There you have it. Whee! Lots of Tau. Let's dive into the game and deployment and the mission, and then dive into the game. And here we are off to deployment. Now, for the mission, we're playing Purge the Foe. It's very simple, straightforward. 4 points for holding 1 objective, 4 points for holding more, 4 points for killing something, and 4 points for killing more. So there are 16 points up for grabs every battle round, essentially. And it's basically the old hold 1, hold more, kill 1, kill more, which is from back in 7th edition ITC, which is kind of cool. In the mission special rule, we have supply lines. So if we control the objective with something, our home objective with something, we get a command point on a 4+ at the start of our command phase, and we are playing Crucible of Battle, which is this deployment. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3 objectives there, 1 sort of like in each of our deployment zones. So let's go over the deployment. The Dark Eldar have deployed Talos, the big court complex unit, as Mike was talking about, complex unit with an Archon and the Court of the Archon in there as well. A Kronos, a big beast pack unit with Mandrakes infiltrating up front. Homunculus with his racks. I've got 5 Kabalite Warriors in that Raider. Then I have a unit of Scourge with Dark Lances back here, as well as another Kronos, another unit of Talos, and a Venom filled with Kabalite Warriors. The second 5, they split before the game started as well.
So heading over to the Tau deployment here, we've got double Ghost Keel, really trying them out because they have that awesome lone operative keyword and can potentially just survive out in the open. We've got 2 Tetras here and a unit of Stealth Suits ready to use Rapid Ingress for free. Then I have Shadow Sun with a large unit of Crisis Suits and the Commander. 2 Tetras here, also using that awesome Infiltrate ability. Crew Downs in the backfields. We've got Anva, another unit of Tetras, and the Ghost Keel over here, ready to put just enough pressure. But that unit of Crisis Suits and the Commander coming in from reserve, as well as the Vespid, could put more focus on the top side.
I love it. That's pretty cool. Quick change. That's going to be a Crutox, not a Crewtown unit, because Crewtowns are OC0, so they can't hold that objective. But a Crutox can. Note to say, that's a good thing to remember.
Yep,
okay.
Yeah, definitely good.
Definitely good to remember. Because
cheap units still should want to hold objectives.
Correct. Yeah, so take cheaper units that can hold objectives. All right, so with that, let's dive in. I'm playing tactical missions. What about you?
Yep, I'm going to do tactical. Once again, you're just getting a feel for the overall game. You want to use as many of the secondary cards as possible.
Just kind of get used to them and see what is required and
Yep.
what is not. Okay, so let's dive into going first. You're the attacker, I'm the defender. Let's roll to see for first turn. I roll 3. To roll 5. The Tau must go first.
Did I roll that on camera or did I roll it off?
You rolled it on camera.
Okay, cool.
It
I
was
just
good.
wanted to make sure it was on.
Yeah,
there.
no, it was fine. Okay, so with that, it is Tau turn number 1. Okay, so I do have a scout move to make. Now that I know who's going first, the Beast Pack Master can indeed scout. So let's see where I decide to send them. I think I'm just going to send them up here. If they get murdered by a bunch of Crisis Suits, that's just going to be how that works. I might end up... You never know, right?
Yeah.
I might end up actually just moving them straight up this way to force you to come into the middle if you want to
Instead of
like
where I
deal with
wanna
them
go.
instead of going
Sorry,
here. Where do you want to go
here?
here?
Kill all
So
that.
if I go this way, it's like, okay, you can kill them, but then you have to go this way instead, right? So and if you don't deal with them by not killing them, then they can kind of go around the side as well.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So the 2 missions, Area Denial, basically trying to have a unit wholly within 6 inches and no enemy. You can't really do that, but you get 3 points if there's no enemy within 3. So
I'm surprised this is allowed turn 1.
yeah,
Go
but
with
it does mean that, like, you know, you're gonna get 3 points, not 5 if you do it on the first turn. So it's not like a crazy amount of points.
Yeah.
And then overwhelming force, you get 2 points for each unit you kill of mine that's wholly on an objective. Good thing I didn't move that beast pack onto the objective, because that would have been a free 2 points.
But you don't know, yeah.
You never know, right? Okay, so with that, let's do some movement.
So end of movement phase here. Shuffled up 1 Ghost Keel. It's just going to get a little angle over this way, get a couple shots downrange. Enva is just hanging out over here, ready to advance on that objective if needed. Tetras are staying put, just like hiding my stuff for the next turn, seeing what Skari wants to do. This unit has come up, and one Tetra has tucked out, so I'm going to get full rerolls to hit over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shadow Sun is going to benefit them, although I have full rerolls, that's really not relevant. The other Tetra unit, it's hiding at this angle, so I don't get shot down here. Over here, I have one just sticking out, and both Ghost Skills are going to shoot that way.
So basically, those are going to observe for them to see the Talus, because you really want to get rid of them. They've decided to move up this way and shoot the Beast Pack, because they are a really annoying unit to deal with, so you want to get rid of it quick, because they're fast, they got lots of attacks, they're just annoying. And you should strike and fade essentially back there, because you get a full move. The Cold Star gives them 18-inch move,
or 12-inch move.
12-inch move and an auto 6 advance, which is
and they can advance and shoot because he gives them assault.
Which is really, really good. I think you're going to be seeing him a lot.
Yeah, he feels quite
as
good.
the Richard Siegler seal of approval. Ka-ching!
He definitely does. Definitely does.
Also, Tetras. Tetras.
Yep. Tetras are quite sweet. And once again, where I stick out the Tetras, I'm only sticking one model out, so that if it does end up killing the one model, there's a second model.
Which is going to be really interesting. Okay, so with that, we'll go back after the shooting phase. You have 2 command points. I only have 1 command point, so we'll see what happens with that. End of the shooting phase. Yes, they all died.
They did.
That was, it died to a wound. So, and then Shadow Sun would have had to shoot them, but she didn't have to. So, at the end of the day, it works out. The 2 Ghost Kills overcharging their super guns with rerolls and a whole bunch of support from observing units were able to kill 1 Talus and put 1 down to 4 wounds. The other Ghost Kill put 3 wounds on 1 Talus.
Yep.
Because I made some decent saves there. The Airbus Fragmentation did kill the Sergeant on the Scourge. And other than that, what did you score in terms of points?
Just area denial. I have overwhelming force, which I'm going to keep.
You're going to keep overwhelming force for next turn?
Yeah, I think I'll keep it for next turn. It is a CP, and I would get to 3, that means, by discarding it, so I can strike and fade. So in that case, I'll discard it.
Yes, okay. So you're going to get yourself a command point, because I did use the Archon's once per game ability to make your strike and fade cost an additional command point for the rest of the game. So hopefully I can pin them down, or at least force you to use resources to really kind of jump around, which is the whole point. Now, at the end of the turn, I am going to use the Back into the Shadows ability from the Mandrakes, and they are going to go back into Deep Strike. They will be coming back next turn. It's at the end of your turn, so they'll be coming back in my turn, on my turn 1. So let's see what happens. On turn number 1, I do get an extra pain token because of my Homunculus, who's still alive and on the table. I will also, on a 4+, get an additional command point, because I did try and keep them alive with a -1 to hit. So do I get an additional command point? Nope. That means I only have 1.
And this one model cannot screen the back. Even if I was over here,
okay,
it would still be able to
there's just no space.
I'm just staying in cover.
Perfect. So let's see what my cards decide to do. So I got Secure No Man's Land, so hold 2 objectives in No Man's Land. And behind enemy lines. Have 2 units in your deployment zone, or 1 unit. So I think the Mandrakes might have a job to do, which will be really useful. I kind of like that style of ability. Like Grey Knights, things like that have that ability. I think it's going to be incredibly powerful.
It's great, especially against those armies that don't have as many cheap screens. You can easily just pop up, pop down.
You're going to be able to have to move out, get onto, and it means you have to screen pretty much the entire game. And you cannot bring in your rapid insertion in my first turn, so I have 1 turn. I still need to screen because you can bring them in normally in your turn, but in your next turn I will be able to rapid insertion as well. So there's some crazy interesting tactical plays when it comes to reserves, which I'm really looking forward to testing out. Okay, so quick recap. We noticed that the haywire was 24 inches, which, so because of that, the Talus can move up 7 and shoot the crisis suits, which are vehicles. Is a very dangerous weapon against them. So instead of moving that way with with the strike and fade,
pressure on this.
Correct. So it basically stops him from putting pressure that way. He has to go out into the open, which does give me more angles to shoot him with other things. However, it stops me from getting automatic mortal wounds, which is kind of what that unit is.
I thought it would just heat lances 19.1.
Correct. Yeah, they're not heat lances. They are haywire blasters. Same as this guy right here as well. Based on you moving there, though, he would only move up to 6 as well, unless you wanted to move further back that way.
Okay. Well, what's his range again? 24?
24 for him.
Yeah,
as well.
I could probably get without.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So End of the movement phase, they advance onto the objective. This little Venom moved up, and it can just barely see this Tetra, so I'm going to shoot a Dark Lance at it.
Yep.
Sure. The Talos are just moving around, trying to, be covered.
They're screening me from being able to.
Correct. I don't want another unit of Crisis Suits to be annoying. Turning it into Hammer and Anvil, which is something we talk about all the time. I've got the Kronos just being screens and being annoying. The Scourge have moved this way, going to shoot, and then they're going to move back to try and stay alive for another turn. The Court of the Archon, instead of advancing, moved up this way, so I can get another Dark Lance into the suits. You have a couple of invols in there. However, any one that I can take down is like a million shots.
I also have a 1 CP6 of Pain potentially.
Perfect. That's really, really cool.
Yeah.
And then, of course, this Talos did move up to force you to shoot him again. The Mandrakes did come down and are being really sneaky. So
they're getting secondary. Oh, did you show your secondaries?
Yes, well, behind enemy lines and secure no man's land. So I'm going to get my secure no man's land. I'm going to get 3 points for behind enemy lines. I'm thinking because you went first, I'm going to try and score as many points as I can rather than going for the CP, so that I can just offset the fact that you killed one of my tools early on. So let's see what we can do.
I killed like that first layer, that first speed element.
So now we get to show off one of the most ridiculous rules in all of the land. Okay, pain tokens. So we're gonna go ahead.
Hey, I recommended the second Kronos here.
Yes, you were on one. I was like, I like actually having the second.
Right? You have full.
You were like, bring a third. I'm like, I don't know. But now
third
I'm
is
like,
a little crazy. The second is good.
So I'm gonna give them. I have 6 right now because I used 2 in the movement phase for reroll advance.
So you have dice.
Actually, I technically wouldn't have used it here. So, so I do have 7 there. I'm going to go and put 1 token on the Venom because then it affects the guys inside. I'm going to put 1 token on them, and then I'm going to put 1 token on them. Okay, cool. So that's 3 units that are getting pain tokens. So I'd go down from 7 to 4.
But
however,
4-ups,
because they're all within range of Kronos on 4-ups, I get 2 back. Yay!
seems good.
Yeah, it's not OP at all. You know what? Just
Which one
unlimited rerolls. Fantastic.
What do you think you're going to prioritize here?
I don't know.
See if you plink off the.
So I'm going to try. I think I'm going to do them first. I'm going to do them first. They're going to shoot in, and then we'll come back and kind of tell you how it went. End of the shooting phase. So a couple of shots. Shot. Actually, for the first time ever in all the test games that we've done, the Scourge didn't do anything.
For the first time.
Yeah, it says the first time for everything. Exactly. I did kill 2 of the suits, so now there's 4 left with the commander. So that was pretty good. I used the Venom. I used the
exposed a lot of stuff.
Yes, I did do a lot of stuff, but killing a couple of suits is really good considering both of them were shield drone suits, which they have 6 wounds and have 4 up invul and they're a whole variety of cool stuff. The Mandrakes put 4 wounds onto that Krutox. We're finding out how many wounds it has specifically. And then I am going to be spending 1 of my pain tokens, which I did spend another to make them reroll all hit rolls, on a reroll because you can use it for the charge. So I do need a 9 to get into combat here, and I get a free reroll as well. They do roll a 9. So
okay. It has
depending on
T5, 6-up save, so it would be 5-up in cover if you don't ignore cover.
I do not ignore cover.
So then it'd have 2 wounds. It would have 1 wound left.
Okay, so it has 1 wound left, and I do move my 9 inches up. Boom. Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of get excited and jump in like so. I have to.
Do you have AP in combat?
I don't know. I think the Glimmer Steel Blades might have AP1 potentially. Cool. Okay, so to the charge phase, the Mandrakes did get in. They murdered the 1 wounded Krutox left, and they did pile into the Crisis Suits. They took 3 casualties in return. However, they are now successfully holding the Crisis up. Now, they do have the upgrade to full back and shoot, except for a couple of them, I think, because it's on the model.
You just killed the 2.
I killed the 2 that count. Okay. However, it does prevent them from advancing, so their movement is now reduced to 12 inches instead of 18, and the Mandrakes are getting me points. So at the end of the turn, I will get 3 points for behind enemy lines, and I will be getting 5 points for secure no man's land. However, I was unable to stop you from taking that one, so you're going to get your 4 points. And we both killed a unit in our turn, but nobody got kill more. So we will, well, you didn't get, let's see when we score it. So end of the battle round. We each killed something, we get 4 points. Nobody killed more, so we just get 4 points. And then we go into Tau turn number 2. You do hold 1 objective, you don't hold more, so you will get 4 points for that. And what did you get?
Investigate signals.
Okay.
So you can do the corners basically. Mm-hmm. So definitely going to do that. and then engage on all fronts. So that'll synergize very nicely with investigate.
Yeah,
signals.
try and get into wholly within 9 inches of the center of each table quarter. You get 2 points for each one you scan, and then you get 3 points for getting 3 quarters, and 5 points if you get all 5 quarters, or 4 or 5. Anyway, so it's points for getting into table quarters.
Yeah.
So with that, Tau turn number 2. End of turn 2 movement. So a lot of shenanigans from the Tau, a lot of positioning, trying to get angles to make sure those crazy dark lances just don't blow them off the table, which is a smart play in my opinion.
Just trying to keep those key resources alive as much as possible.
So where have you put your stuff?
So I have gone ahead and moved the existing crisis unit over here. It is going to shoot at this, thanks to the Tetra buff, get the full rerolls to hit, try and kill most of that unit. The thing is, if I don't kill the whole units this turn for his 2 large OBSEC units, he'll get extra primary this turn, but then in future turns, I'm hoping he's going to just run out of stuff in the late game to stand on objectives.
Yep.
So that's why I'm bringing down my unit and my second unit of crisis suits, which is going to put all its shots here. So I'm going to try and fully activate all there. If, for instance, this one model stays alive, I have a ghost kill that can shoot that way, and the other one can try and finish off the Talos. Shadow Sun's going to try and clean up the Mandrakes. I've got 2 units doing actions.
So that's these, which they can observe even though they're doing the action, which is the cleanse, and they're wholly within 9 as well. So they can't shoot, they can't charge.
I actually don't think they're going to do observing because they don't. I have too many already.
Yep, that makes sense. You've got lots of things to observe. Like they can observe for them, they can observe for one, and they could observe for the other, right?
Yep.
So you've got.
But I also have
that one there that's probably going to observe for them.
He's
going to observe for that. So you have at least one observing unit for each shooting unit as well, which is really useful.
Exactly.
Now, I have a decision to make. I can either rapid insertion my witches now, or I can spend CP defensively. And because I just want to see what happens, I'm going to bring in my witches now with a rapid insertion. So I'm going to spend a command point, and my witches are going to rapidly insert. They're probably going to go here, just 9 inches away from them, to make sure that those suits and those suits can't see them, other than with the airburst, and that ghost kill can't see them, and then these can't see them. So essentially, go here outside of 9. Just give me a nice staging area to like push into your zone for my next turn.
Sure.
It's one of the coolest stratagems. I really like it a lot. It's a very powerful stratagem. So let's see what I can do with that. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick super take. Hazardous get hot. Okay, so they overcharged all their guns and just blew up this unit, which makes sense.
The 4 Philippine unit.
Yes, the 4 Philippine rack unit. So they had to overcharge to really do a lot more damage, which actually came into play a lot.
It really did.
But now you have to roll 1 dice for each weapon. So that's 8 dice for every one. You take 3 mortal wounds.
Just 3.
Okay. I wanted like a whole units to die.
I did roll bad on the last.
You did. The last time we played, you rolled 12 mortal wounds or something.
No, it's 15.
Oh,
I
gross.
CP reroll.
Gross. Okay, so one is down to 3 wounds remaining thanks to the shield drones. And and then of course my court actually all died as well. They took that whole unit of shooting and this unit of shooting, and they've shot as well already. The Talos died. You have 1 more ghost kill to shoot. But it was a very decent shooting phase from the Tau. Very cool turn. Lots of damage done. I like not having to take morales at the end, which is cool. Shadow Sun did kill the 2 remaining mandrakes that were back there. She just blew them up.
Yeah, she was like 2 fusions. Boom.
Now for the kill more, you did kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units this turn. So very good turn for you to be killing some stuff. So that was very, very useful for you.
I did expose my Tetras though, and Dark Lances are pretty
solid. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
So engage on all fronts.
So you get the minimum version of engage, which is
I have to score it. I can't not score it.
Correct.
When
So
you do
is it 3 points?
Yeah, I believe so.
3 points for this one. And
then 4 points for doing these 2 corners. I could not do that.
So 4 points and 3 points. Excellent. Moving on to my turn, you were able to successfully stop me from holding more, which was very, very good for you.
Took a CP reroll on Anva.
It did. So you go back up to 2 CP. I will be getting my 1 because I did sticky this with Kabalite Warriors. So I get 4 points, and then I have to kill 6 things to get kill more.
Or deny it 5.
Or deny it, or at least 5. Let's just say that might not happen. Okay. So with that, let's dive in to the turn. Very exciting. I like that I have my witches here. They're probably going to disembark here, so you can't overwatch me. Then they're going to move and advance up to here to just get out of line of sight, so you can't overwatch me again.
I have airburst. And it's gonna
Oh,
be-
I guess you
it's gonna
could if
be
you wanted to do that.
exploding sixes too.
Yeah, so that'd be really cool. If you wanted to Overwatch them with Airburst, you could.
I'm totally
as
gonna
well.
do that.
I love it. You're just like, let's try it out.
100% gonna do that. Sorry, I didn't remind you of that. You could have placed them out.
No, I want them there.
Okay, cool.
Because I want to tie them in combat, basically.
Charge
and-
this.
No,
tag-
charge the Tetras.
Charge the
Right, so I
Tetris.
charge the Tetras in there, and then
Yeah,
potentially
So
go up
he
there.
doesn't want to declare them because then I could.
Correct. I don't want you to Overwatch me with vehicles, and I declare you. So I declare the Tetras. You know, if I get out and you spend a command
Tetris
point there-
Overwatch is nothing.
Correct. I'm not too worried about the Tetras. They don't have flamers or anything. I can't really attack the suits, right? I do have to pile into them and stuff and get all involved once I get into pile-ins and consolidates. However, just tying them up is going to be useful.
It depends on how you move your unit. I actually think there's a trick here.
There is, because I can't get within 1 inch of you when of a unit I didn't declare a charge against. So I can basically put a model here and another there, and essentially move the rest of the unit around and then pile
Well, what
in
you
the
could
other
do
way.
is actually use the ghost keel to pile the models who would be here and have to go there, actually go this way, and then the unit's strung over here.
Yeah.
And then you finish your consolidate, just tag one model there.
Yeah, I could definitely do that and just be annoying.
That's some
essentially.
powerful
Some
words.
powerful
You're-
shenanigans stuff right
We're gonna have to
there.
get used to that.
Yeah.
Because now you want to use other opponents' models in order to allow you to not
Yeah.
have to base models.
Which would be very cool.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm very excited. I think I'm going to have to go try and kill Almva. Sure.
Yes.
He's got a 2-up invul save, 1 phase in a game.
once per battle round.
So once per battle round?
Once per battle. I'll
Okay.
Get it
Woo.
for the.
For the phase,
You
right?
might get it for the turn.
Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, it's going to be fun.
Should be phase.
I do have my Scourge coming in as well, so I've got some Dark Lances ready to do some damage. You know, if I can tie up your super fast moving Crisis Suit unit again, that would be good. I've got an Archon that is feeling alone without a home. So he might just go and charge
Kill-
them,
Kill
just
my.
try and kill some stuff, you know, whatever. We'll see.
Well, that's going to be an important unit.
Be a fun
to,
time. Well, anything that can start taking your pluses to hit, actually,
Yep.
killing your observing units, I'm finding is going to be very,
I honestly
very
think
important.
last turn, just trying to kill those Tetras and get rid of it.
Yeah, you know what? In retrospect, I think third time, I think I've tried to kill the suits 2 games that we've played now. I think next time I kill the Tetras. But that's why you play test, you know, you try and
Yep.
play test, see what happens. On a 4+, I get another command point. Yay! I go up to 2 command points. Nanner. However, you did kill my enhancement for the pain token, so now I only have 3 left. Ooh.
Get wrecked, Skari. This is going to be tough.
End of the movement phase for turn 2. Wow, it's crazy how fast the game feels. Like it feels like turn 4 already. The Scourge Deep Struck here. Oh, this Chronos does need to move. I'm going to move this Chronos up as
No
well.
problem.
They moved to within range of the Chronos. They moved here. They're going to shoot. I'm essentially going to try kill some Tetras this turn. I'm going to try kill that Ghost Keel this turn. I'm going to try and tie up the suits. So why didn't you Overwatch me when I moved?
So I could have, when he disembarked and then moved up here, I could have overwatched with the airburst, but I didn't do that because if he ends up declaring the crisis suits as a charge target, then I can overwatch and as a vehicle, I'll be able to shoot all of my weapons, in which case I kill the entire
Because
squad.
it's line of sight. At that point, all of them would be able to see my witches, and then you could shoot with everything.
Exactly.
So it's smart. It just means that, you
I could
know,
have potentially overwatched these troops
Yeah.
or other things.
and
but
they're allowed to Overwatch when I declare the charge. So they can Overwatch when the charge is declared, and then you can see how much damage I do. So it's a great thing to keep in your back pocket. I tried to bait out the Overwatch with like multiple different units, being like, do you want to shoot this? Do you want to shoot this? Do you want to shoot this? And Richard didn't take any
the
of
only
them.
time I would have is if Skari spent the CP to fall back and shoot with this boat.
Yep.
Came over here and to try and kill these crisis suits, then I would shoot back with the crisis
Yeah,
suits.
makes sense.
and
Just to
kill-
like reactionary kill something, which would
Yep,
be very useful.
kill a damage dealer.
Yeah, makes sense. So with that, I have a very small pool of pain tokens. So I have to use these very smartly. I'm going to go 1 on this unit of Scourge and 1 of this unit of Scourge. So that's 2 pain
Skari hoping
tokens
for 4-ups here, baby.
so far. Do the Chronos pay for themselves in dividends? They do. Excellent. So now I'm going to give that unit 1 as well. So I'll go down to 2. I don't think they're within 9. So I'll go down to 2 for that. And I will be giving a
I'll
pain
go for it.
token. Yeah,
To
I
the
will be giving a
Talus?
pain token to this Talus. Now I do need 1 pain token.
And you want...
No, because I need 1 for a reroll charge.
Yeah.
So that would be the minimum.
So
So
just
that
1.
unit of Talos, do they give it back? They do. So I stay
Stay at 2.
at 2.
And so
which will
this
be
Venom
useful.
and Raider won't
The
have-
Venom fell back.
Oh, yeah.
No, I need to kill that Ghost Keel. So I will be giving that Raider 1 as well. And he should be within 9
I'm going to make...
inches.
You're... Dude,
And he's okay.
I would have just...
Cool, which means it's to the base. Don't forget.
It is to the base.
Yeah, so the base should be, if not, just kind of scoot it back a little bit. And then because that gave me another one, I will try this one as well, which gives one back as well. Hooray!
Yeah, that is just ludicrous.
It is so dumb. You're going to give Siegler nightmares of the pain tokens.
Yeah.
He's going to be...
It's so much better than almost every other army in the game. It's wild.
It's wild. I had 3 pain
I would
tokens.
trade a bunch of rules just for that.
I had 3 pain tokens, and I gave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units.
Yeah,
power
on
from
average, you
pain.
should be out. But,
Yeah,
that's
good
just
job.
Kronos.
Good job, Kronos. Good job. End of the turn. So charge phase, you did Overwatch because you can Overwatch before I move the charging unit, which Siegler was like, no way. I'm like, yes. And so you go,
I mean, that's crazy.
it's nuts. I did get to charge in. I can't hold you in combat with witches. They won't make you desperate breakout if you're a vehicle or a monster, which is a bit of a shame, but you don't really have any infantry in this list.
And I also don't have monsters anymore.
Correct.
They used to
Essentially
be
all vehicles, right? So the witches in this matchup are, if you had like breachers or something, that'd be great. Aunva took a bunch of damage and shooting, and then I charged in the Talos. He popped his 2-up invul, survived with 1 wound remaining because he didn't want to go anywhere.
Nope.
And then at the end, at the end of the fight phase, the Cabalites that were wholly within 6 inches of the venom pop back into the venom to make sure that you have to kill the venom before you can kill the Cabalites.
He only has 3 wounds left. I think I'm a man for that job. I've got now Kalyan, so exploding 6s on everything.
On everything. And that thing has 2 drones, which turn all the damage to 0.
Yeah, it has the 2 drones that used to provide the extra shenanigans. Now they are simply twice per battle. You can reduce and allocated attack to 0.
Which is great.
Yep, so
Really
Skari wounded with both his Dark Lance weapons, and I was like...
And you were like, nope, 0
Nope,
damage.
nope.
So I only did 1 damage
splinter.
in total. However, I will get a 5-pointer for engage on all fronts. And I will only get 2 points for no prisoners because I only killed a single unit. I tried my best.
You tried real hard.
I tried my best. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 units lined up, and I only killed 1. Oh, that's okay. However, at the end of the turn, I will get 4 more points for my kill. However, you will get 8 points for kill and kill more, bringing your total up to 12 on that aspect of the primary. And then you get 4 points for holding 1 objective at the start of your turn. I will get 3 points for an objective at the start of mine.
And I go up to a sweet 4.
Yes, I'm out of pain tokens because I don't have any pain tokens.
Yeah,
so I'm
'cause
going
you
to have
haven't
to
been
kill
killing
stuff
them.
for pain tokens. However, the Kronos have kept me in the pain token game.
They really
this far.
have.
They've been fantastic.
They've been hot.
So let's go into turn number 3. It's definitely looking like I'm not going to win the game. So I'm going to see how close I can get because of the fact that there's still lots of game to play. I have final turn. And let's see if I can pull something out. It really depends on the cards and what cards we draw. So we've got some... Actually, I am going to spend a command point. After you fall back here, I'm going to Overwatch you with those Talos. Okay, so that was the end of the movement phase. Well, basically after he moved. Now they're empowered and got me a pain token, which is great. Also got me a kill for the battle round. However, they are going to move up. You got Assassinate and Behind Enemy Lines. So your Vespid have the same rule as my Mandrake. So at the end of my turn, they went back into the sky and they come down in your turn. They're going to get behind enemy lines. They're going to try and steal my home objective by charging into a raider and being annoying. Everything else has moved up. Archon Skari's in the wind, so that's pretty, that's an assassinate point right there. You have a Succubus over there for another assassinate point as well. However, you did have to fall back with them, so you cannot observe with that unit. You can with this unit. You can with the stealth suit as well. Yep. So there's like a variety of things. Even Shadow Sun could observe to give you +1 hit, especially on the
definitely gonna do
unit. Oh, it looks exciting. It's coming down to the wire. Lots of stuff happening. So let's see what happens with the shooting phase here. End of the 3rd turn Tau shooting phase. So you killed quite a bit. What did you end up doing here?
So ended up prioritizing just making sure this witch squad with the Succubus died. Don't want that running around.
They would have been so much fun in your backfield.
Get rid of the Haywire Blasters.
Yes, which you did, because they will kill your vehicles if you're not careful.
They are quite scary. I put some shots into these Scourges. Probably should have killed more, but Skari got those 4 5-up invulns.
I did.
On the
I
ghost
rocked
kill.
the 5-ups on them.
So I went ahead and just killed 2 of them, so the Sergeant, and there's only 3 Dark Lances. That's just not going to be enough to handle the 4-up invuln unit over there, and that's totally fine. I do have to do the overcharges on here.
Yeah, you had 4 guns that you overcharged. Okay, let's see what happens.
You ready for this?
Could be spicy. Old ones, old ones. Yeah, 3 mortal wounds.
Not when I spent my CP.
Oh, come on. No, you spent your last CP to keep that one guy alive.
Yep.
Fine, whatever. Be that way.
I did fail the Vespid charge. They set up
with a
to
reroll.
shoot into these Scourges. I think there's 2
Which
left.
they lived. Yeah, 2 lived, which is great for me.
But at the end of the day, it's okay. I didn't make it. I would have loved to make the objective and to get rid of that sticky and to tie the shooting up.
Yep.
But I still was a very good turn, I think, for myself.
So far, it's been fantastic. You've had a fantastic
Ghost
turn
kills
there.
have been very impressive.
They have been great, and these still have their 2 ignore damage.
Yeah, they're not going down.
How am I ever going to kill them? It's just great. So I just have to ignore them, which is a pain in my butt. I'm just saying. Right now, it's a pain in my butt, and that's how that works.
And I get my assassinate for the 5.
Well, we still have to do some fights here.
Oh,
but other than that, we'll come back, but you are getting some points. Okay, so it is the end of the 3rd turn. You did get 5 points for assassinate and 3 points for behind enemy lines. So we'll do a quick tally of where your points are, where my points are at the end of the turn. So I was luckily enough able to hold on to my objective because those Vespid failed their charge, which will give me another 4. And for killing, you killed the Succubus, the Witches, the Archon, and the Talos. So you killed 4 units. I have already killed 1 this battle round. So if I can kill 3 more things, I can even the scores when it comes to that, which is big. And I need to pass 1 extra Feel No Pain, but I can't complain that I passed all of their 5-ups. So they're still alive, and I still have Dark Lances on the board, which I think is very important. Okay, so let's do some...
But you are at 1 pain token. And,
I do have a pain token, which is good.
Yep.
I'm okay with that.
And you're going to get a CP on a 4-up, you get another one.
Ooh. Let's go. Supply lines. Are my supply lines still open? No.
Your supply lines are in danger.
They're in danger. So those Vespids cut off my supply lines.
Both of us have 1 CP.
That is correct. Cool. And with that, we'll move on to the next one. End of my movement phase. I decided to just move that little Cronus up.
You should actually draw your cards first.
Oh, no, again.
Damn it, Skari. Damn it.
Take an objective that you control. So control 1 or more objectives that are controlled by your opponent. If you don't control any objectives, then control 1 or more that you do not control. So you don't control that. That's tied up.
Oh, that is hilariously that's tied.
So that's hilariously good, which actually means you've got, what's the OC and all this stuff?
2.
3. Is he 2 or 1? 1.
He's 1, I believe.
So 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 on this objective. So I would need to literally sacrifice my Cabalite warriors to do that.
You can do it. I don't mind.
I just don't want to do it.
Because they need a charge.
No, you know what? I need the CP for next turn. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one. No, but that's one of the... Oh, no. Extend battle lines is 1 or more markers in my zone and 1 or more in no man's land. So as long as I hold that one, that's fine. You know what? Yes, I'm going to keep the easy one. I'm not going to get the Storm Hostile right now. I'm going to CP it. So the next turn, I've got some extra CPs for some defensive strats, especially since I'm going to try and kill Tetras this turn to really kind of do some stuff like that as well. I have 1 pain token.
I assume it's going to go on this. No, it's going.
No, it's going.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
going.
What am I talking about?
Yeah, that's going. I do have to move these out though, so they're going to move out as well.
Fine. You're good.
And do that too. Okay, so with that, let's dive in, see what I can do on my 3rd turn here. End of my turn. So I wasn't able to kill the 1 little Vespid, but now he has to take battle shock tests the entire time. I wasn't able to kill this Tetra because it passed its 6-up invuln save. I mean, a cover save because of the new way the cover works in forests. And I was able to kill those Tetras. So you still have 1 Tetra left alive, which is actually huge.
Yeah.
Because Tetras are really annoying. I was only able to put 1 wound on that Ghost Keel, and I did kill 1 more Crisis suit as well. I've kept all my Scourge alive. They're still in the backfield. They're still annoying. And I still have a whole unit of Cabalites in here with a Raider. Now, counting up the points, you're sitting at 18 secondary points. I'm sitting at 20 secondary points. You're sitting at 12, 8, 16, 24, 28 primary points. I'm sitting at 16, 20. So you're 8 points up on the... No, 6 points up on the game right now. as we move into battle, it's definitely a very close game. Of course, you are completely in control of the board control right now, which is definitely going to be like, I'm going to have to pull some shenanigans out of my butt to get points. It's going to be close. Hopefully, we'll see what the cards say. I'm not going to go for a gambit. I'm going to go proceed as planned. Do you want to go for a gambit?
No,
of course. Proceed as planned for the town.
I want to keep scoring primary.
I love it too. Yeah, same here. Because, you only get, like, the primary is really easy to score. Kill something, be on an objective. So it's not as hard to score as you might think. But with that, let's dive in to the next turn. End of the movement phase. What did you do?
So just shuffled, kept the ghost skills in combat, moved the Tetra, so it's going to do an action as well as this ghost keel.
Yep.
So that I can basically get a bunch of second.
Yeah, you have your cleanse, which is do a cleanse on 1 or 2 objectives in no man's land. You get 3 or 5 points respectively. You have to control it at the end of the turn once you've done it. And then, of course, you are also trying to get secure no man's land, which is hold 2 objectives in no man's land.
So I've set myself up where
you got 3 for them, and they are worth 1 or 2? 2. So that's 5 so far. You just can't kill that venom. Is the big thing.
If I do,
oh no, it doesn't matter because I'm battle shocked.
You'll be battle shocked.
Ah, that's sad. I'm gonna have to get used to that. Okay, but that's okay.
So I'm gonna kill it.
So you're gonna try do that, which is great, and then we'll figure out what happens as we go. But that's not bad. There's some 2 good cards for you to score as well. So
definitely.
That's good. End of the turn here. So the crisis suits did a bunch of shooting, took the venom down to 1 wound. What else happened?
Yeah, so I didn't try and go for like crazy amounts of damage. So I didn't overcharge stuff. I just tried to pick off as many resources as possible and whittle some down. So got a 1 wound venom here. I did 2 actions with the 2 ghost kills, so that counts for less firepower. I did get that below half, so that's going to have to take battle shock.
There. They're going to have to take battle shock. They're going to have to take battle shock. So I'm taking 3 different battle shocks. The venom has to take battle shock as well.
Yep. I've got 2 ghost kills and the Tetra here. This crisis unit I had to advance to get here, so I just moved them and help finish them off. And Shadow Sun is nice and safe here. Just trying to keep resources alive.
Makes sense.
There's really those ghost kills are just going to act forever over there.
Yep.
And we're going to see what
we'll do some combat over here, see what happens. But other than that, it seems like you will get cleansed because even if you kill that venom, I'm battle shocked. I can't get out. You'll hold that objective and get the cleanse. And you will also get no man's land with that objective because you will hold 2 in no man's land. So that should be a great turn for points. Well, there you have it. I took 1 crisis down to 1 wound remaining. You still get 2 more objective points, which is really, really good. You also successfully killed 1 unit, which was my Kronos, so you will get 4 points for that. However, I do have a chance at potentially getting kill more if I kill 2 things, which could happen. I've got a ghost kill that I could potentially kill. I've got a Tetra that I could potentially kill as well. I've also got them. Actually, I can kill that and that as long as that venom doesn't die.
Yeah. So he was not going to get anywhere, and then I wanted to do the action.
However, you do get 1 more keep. You go up to 2. Now I get 1 as well. I do hold that objective currently. Let me just read. When does it
start?
When does it happen? Yeah, it's important.
I have no idea.
If you control at the start. Okay. So I might get an initial command point. Okay. So I don't. That guy's still messing with my supply lines.
Well, this is a problem.
This is a big deal because if I fail battle shock here, I get a 0 if I get. That's the important. That's the important one.
That's the one you're going to auto pass. So he's going to do that first.
Right. So I have to do that first because I want to make sure I have a CP. Let's see. Okay. So 6+ because okay. So they're good. Now I'll do it on the venom. If I battle shock the venom, I guess if it shoots, everybody inside is also battle shocked as well with the guys inside.
So you could auto pass this one.
Would you
like to spend your last CP?
The key is, do I want to stay inside the venom? The answer is yes. However, I'm probably going to move the venom out. So once the venom moves away, oh no, but if I don't stay stationary, you'll just overwatch me.
Exactly.
Oh no, I have to stay. So I will spend the command point to auto pass so that the guys inside are not battle shocked. Oh wait, that doesn't actually matter. Oh, it doesn't matter. It matters for like OC, but if you kill the venom, it's OC anyway. And I don't have any strats to use on it.
Yeah, that actually doesn't matter.
So it actually doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in
the slightest. Okay.
So 2 more units.
Unless I need to roll re-roll a damage. Which, these guys over here, they're going to be battle shocked as well. And then this raider out here
battle shock impactful.
I know, look at that. Okay, so that's it. But that doesn't mean they're OC 0 right now until my next turn. So even if I put them as objective and you kill the other unit, they're useless.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pass it on them. I'm gonna use it to auto pass on them because I need to put multiple models on here for your airburst fragmentation launchers.
As soon as
just to make
Skari
sure
moves,
that
I'm gonna pop. I would have popped it on the unit that.
Correct. Yeah, you need to like unless I stay stationary or whatever. Oh man, what a crazy game! This new game is nuts. Okay, now I'm gonna remember to actually draw my cards.
Are
you? I'm gonna try. Yes. Attempting target. So you pick one of the objectives in No Man's Land. Dang it! I didn't want
Good
that
luck
one.
controlling that one.
And area denial. If you're not wholly within 3, I get 3 points. Yeah, good job. Yes, I get 3 points and a potential command point. Excellent. Okay, let's go into my turn. We have a whole bunch of shenanigans happening. If I disembark my unit from that venom and get onto that objective, that unit of crisis suits
That's what I'm gonna wait.
just murders them. I don't want because I really want to stop you from holding more at the end of the game here. Damn it! Look at the grin on your face. You're so happy. Okay. Let's do some shooting.
Yeah, I very intentionally didn't try and kill everything.
So dumb!
That I could actually charge on.
Tau OP. No. Good thing you didn't bring any devilfish, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and spend 1 CP, 1 pain token to give the venom full rerolls to hit.
Sure.
Do I use it? I do. That means anything I use over here, I don't get to use again. So I think I definitely want to give it to
one of the Scourge Squads.
Well, this Scourge Squad. They can both see your guys, so they're going to shoot that way.
Okay.
That one's probably going to shoot here. So I need to kill that Tetra. That's the most important. So they're going to try. So I'm going to give it to the unit that's going to try kill the Tetra, basically.
Okay.
Okay. So with that, that's it. Yeah. So shooting phase. We'll come back at the end, see what I can do. End of the turn. This Tetra lived with 1 wound. There are 7 wounds, and that is really
They're
annoying.
designed to annoy Skari.
In the shooting, that ghost kill passed every 5-up save it had to make against my
One
Dark
reroll.
Lances. No! I did kill one of the suits, so now you need to take Battle Shock for that suit unit, though.
It's
Gonna get That's okay. I'm just saying, you have to take the test. And there's 1 suit left with 1 wound there. Other than that was really annoying. I did kill 1. That means that I'm probably not going to be able, I'm not going to get the kill more. So
I might get it, though, if I kill your 1 wound venom.
Because no, you already killed 2, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did.
You did kill 2. I needed to kill 2
You
to
needed to
stop it. I
to
needed to
stop
kill
it, yeah.
3
Sorry
to
about
get
that.
it.
But yeah.
So it's really, really close. So you're going to get another. So you're just carrying away with the game here. But I still have a turn left after you have your turn. So let's go into some combats. You get to pick the first combat to fight. So you're going to go into there.
1 hit.
Yep.
Oh, -1.
Yep, -1. So nothing there because you are bracketed, which is kind of cool. So now I get to fight. I'm going to go ahead and fight with my Raider. No, my Kronos. Wait, I have one pain token. So I'm going to try and give my Kronos reroll.
CP, right?
No, I don't. I use my CP on that. Sorry.
Okay.
Pain token.
You just switched where
I did switch where they were. Sorry. Pain token on 4+. The Kronos. Yeah, it's free. So 4 attacks. The Kronos is going to attack your Crisis Suit unit. Reroll hits on 4s. And strength 5. 4s. Just 1. Sad face. Okay. We'll come back after the turn is done. So you did draw, defend your stronghold, which you should be able to do if Shadow Sun just sits there. And because she is a lone operative, so I can't really get to her.
Yep.
Tempting target, I picked this one, mainly because I just want you to have to put something on there, and that'll prevent like how much can kind of shoot or move around or whatever, essentially, which should be fine. And you get hold 1, hold more.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly.
Then,
What's your OC on this? 3?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So 7. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the Kronos is just like 2, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, let's go into your turn, and then we'll count up the points.
Did pass those battle shocks over
You
there.
did.
I was going to auto pass if I needed to.
Apparently, rolling high for morale is what Siegler always wanted.
I always wanted it.
Yep, there you go. It's like that he can't fail, which is great. So let's go on to the end game here. Turn number 5. What a great game this has been. Well, it is coming up to the end of the game. A lot of shooting. So you're able to kill the Venom with like piddly shot from the Strength 5 rifle. Kill the Venom. The guys got out, got murdered by crisis suits. The fact that vehicles can shoot out of combat while they're engaged is really good.
Very strong.
It's very, very good.
Surprising.
Even with the -1 to hit, they're just gonna be valuable throughout the whole game. And considering their vehicles, that's kind of crazy.
It is. Like,
It
I
is
thought that
nuts.
it's a nerf in some senses because they just can't fly through walls and all that stuff. But on the other hand, it's a buff in these other ways. So.
It means that you, like, tagging your big expensive tank means it can still do something, even though it might be move blocked or slowed down. It can kind of get itself out of a pickle. Very cool. You were able to use your strike and fade to get 2 models. That's 4 against my 4 here. So I still hold it because it was sticky. It is
Skari did use a CP reroll to make sure.
I did. However, so at the end of the turn, I scored the end. However, because of that, you kind of forced me to stay here to try and hold that. I will get 1 command point. Do I gain an additional command point? I do. So I have 2 command points now. I still have a single paint token.
But the battle shock tests are very important.
That's the important one. Okay, so Dark Eldar have decent leadership. So let's go first squad of 2, leadership 6. They are okay.
Mm-hmm.
Squad of 2, leadership 6. And that's where I use 1 of my 2 command points. So I still have 1 command point left. And I hold on to this objective. Now I just
that means that unit has to stay there.
Well, they both have to. Because if I move
'cause
away
I'm 2.
from it, then you're just going to...
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is really fun because you have a command point to overwatch me.
And I'm gonna.
And anything that moves into line of sight just gets murdered. So I'm just going to probably remain stationary for 4 points.
Yeah,
And let's see what my cards get me. So capture enemy outpost, which I can't do right now. Investigate signals, which I just
You do it
I
for
can't.
2 points. But
No, because I move here and then you just overwatch me to death.
I do.
So I feel like I will. That'll be game. I'll concede the game right there. But let's go back. I will get 4 points for holding objective at the end of the game.
Yep.
You will get another 8 points for killing and killing more, which I will not get. And we'll count up the points and see what the difference was. But I'm really looking forward to the post game, so stay tuned for that. Well, the tally is in. You did get 50 points on primary.
I did with Tau.
Yeah, that's not bad actually, considering, well, this primary, let's just say this primary is fantastic for you.
Yeah.
Which was kill more. And you got like a lot of your points were kill more.
And I also, like, we had played a variant of this game where I had like a bunch of breachers and everything that were easy to kill. So that would have hurt me if I played this mission.
Correct.
And I've just found that like the change really worked. Breachers, you might say, hey, that's the native OBSEC unit for, or not OBSEC, but like objective control type of unit for Tau.
Yep.
But it has no durability. It just can't survive on the objectives. Ghost Keels, on the other hand, they're 3 objective control each. They have a good base size. They do damage.
2 up save.
They're just tanky. They are tanky. So I love them so much more than the Devilfish Breacher combo. I definitely am gonna
build around it. Those suits, I think like suits are like key. It's going to be very intense. Of course, once we get other armies like knights and stuff, the fact that they're lone operatives though,
it's huge.
Oh
it
my
means
gosh.
like indirect fire, all that stuff that is scary against an army that wants to try and be defensive. But it's really the ability to survive on objectives. You have to come close to me, and then the crisis unit is like, cool, now you're in range easily. I don't have to jump across the board.
So you did 91 points, including your secondaries. At the end, you did have a couple of great tactical cards. You got 18 points in the last 2 turns, which was really good for you. So that gave you like a good lead at the end. That move there was really good to just force me to pin me in place. I couldn't really do anything, especially with Overwatch. They were just like sitting there waiting for the Skirts to get out and like murder me. Fine, be that way. So in my turns, I did get 63 points. It was a 28-point difference, including paint, which is 4-5, so it's a 15-5 points WTC scoring. So that's not terrible considering I did only have 4 models left on the table, and the mission was quite tough.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of the tougher ones for Drukhari.
Well, anything that's MSU, right? Like
MSU,
anything that has like lots of little stuff everywhere.
Something like a Harlequin's army that has a lot of troops.
Correct. Or maybe Genius to the Cult if you have like multiple units, or
I think they're going to be more of a big brick type of style.
Sure, fair enough. But we'll kind of see like if you have transports and characters and little units that just die if somebody looks at them.
Is a perfect
example. Okay, perfect. Other than that, that was a fantastic game. So
we learned a lot. There was a lot of
really,
stuff,
really cool.
especially about using vehicles on both sides. That we're definitely going to explore more in the Warhammer.
Yeah, make sure you check that out. Of course, the links to the Warhammer and stuff will be down below. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed that game. What a crazy game! Once again,
so much.
Weird, awkward, like handshake.
Wow, we learned so much about these armies. I'm excited. I think both of them are very strong.
Oh man, those paint tokens are great. It's the first time I've run out of them.
Yeah, I think it honestly is just like you keep that as a little bit of a later piece, and you would have had because the ability to regen them is so good with the Chronos that you just want him auto generating them.
It was so good. You know, at the end, I kind of wanted that third one to be in the back corner to like.
Well, yeah, like it's funny because we played a different game where I was more MSU with a lot of cheap stuff, and you had infinite amounts and wasn't even close. I went for a more durable build this time, and that one then
it was really hard. It was much harder to get, and then there was like the couple of units that just wouldn't die, and I was like, I really Tetris. But a huge shout out to all of you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you like the content. We'll be doing a lot of cool content. And make sure you check out The Art of War for more awesome content. Of course, the link is down in the description. Huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom I can't do this. So thanks to you, which is great. Other than that, this has been awesome.
Yeah, we're going to get Skari in for so many more games. So you're going to see the Drukhari. You're going to see his awesome Black Templar build that he's been cooking up.
Look at this. I'm even wearing the Black Templar shirt.
And on top of that, he's going to be doing a ton of strategy session-esque things, focusing on how to take advantage of the core rules, all the shenanigans you can do with them, and also the combos you can do with armies like Drukhari and Black Templars. So
yeah, Drukhari is a very finesse style army. Hits very hard, but it dies to a stiff, like just a light breeze.
It was funny. Like the vehicles actually survived pretty long.
Oh yeah. Toughness 8 raiders.
Everything that was infantry you get obliterated, but like the vehicles, yeah.
Or the Scourge, which you just couldn't shoot.
Yeah,
or you had a hard time shooting. But I cannot wait. Make sure you stay tuned for more content. Thanks all for watching, everybody. I've been Skari. This has been Richard Siegler,
so
LVO winner extraordinaire.
2 times.
2-time LVO winner. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Hope you enjoyed it.
The Dark Kid.